Hey there, divine masculines or feminines that want to watch this about a divine masculine, what they're going through, what's going on, the energy, all of that. Okay, so masculine. Okay, what I'm getting is that this is more of a twin collective message, the masculine energy that is more on like that third wave, okay, like the flames of like the third wave. So I'm getting that a lot of you guys are in a different, like a younger generation, so in that like, and this is what I'm picking up right now, okay, this is for this specific message, and that's like mid 20s through 40s is kind of what I'm getting for this specific message. And I think that those that are in the later group, okay, those that are in the older group of this wave 3, so those that are in like their late 30s, early 40s, you guys seem a lot younger. You have a ton of energy. You seem really young compared to others your age. That's what I'm getting. And that is because a lot of these twins, there's something about a 5 to 10 year age gap between these twins. And that could be that the divine feminine's older or the divine masculine is older, whatever. But for a lot of you, I am getting, for some of you, for whoever's listening, it's like the feminine might be 5 to 10 years older than you. And this is causing some resistance and overthinking in this situation. You want this, but your ego is trying to talk you out of it because of that piece. Because you're like, I haven't been with somebody like this. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's what I want. I don't like overthinking and overanalyzing the situation there. Okay. I think that that's part of, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you. I do think that a lot of the masculines in this wave, you are going through your ego death right now. You're going through your rebirth. You're going through the dark night of the soul. And this is bringing out a lot more of this compassion. It's balancing out that feminine energy to that masculine energy. I think you pushed away that feminine energy for the longest time. You've had a hardened heart, and you're starting to have an open heart, an open mind. I think that you're practicing universal love, and it's really showing on the outside. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that what you're doing, how you're vibing, like how you are either like forgiving people from your past, maybe forgiving parents or something like that. Something about childhood wounds too. You're forgiving this, moving on from that. You're clearing out the energetic karmic clearing is what I'm getting, to rewrite your story, to live in your truth. And as you do this, I really do think that more is going to be uncovered. I think that you're going to be listening more to, you're going to be getting more angelic guidance here, and things are going to be uncovered for you, and you're going to receive some abundance downloads. It's like regeneration and success. That's what you're getting because you're practicing this forgiveness, because you're practicing universal love. You're kind of getting out of this, like you were desensitized. That's what I'm getting in this, in your culture, in who you are. It's you never felt that sensitivity for others or that compassion for others that you do now. I feel like you're getting out of a judgment of like judging others too harshly. And it's kind of just breaking down these barriers. It's breaking down these walls, and it's allowing the true love, the soul connection to come through. I think that in the month of August, masculines, you're done with the overthinking and the resistance, and I think you're just going to go into that free flow state, and you're going to start listening to your higher self, because you know your higher self, it knows what you want and what you need. And so you're done with that. I'm getting like you're ready to be listening to this, to be listening to the guidance, because you want to be in that state. You want to be in that authenticity state. Maybe you had a taste of this with this divine feminine, and it's like, that's what I want. I want to feel that with somebody. I'm getting like, it's like magic when I'm with this person. And whether that's in the spiritual or that is in the physical, you've had a taste of it is what I'm getting. And right now though, there's something about where we've been in a separation mode. There's a lot of push and pull here because you have had to commit to this awakening. You've had to commit to this spiritual awakening to develop more of your gifts, to develop more like self-development, to grow, to offer this feminine too, like that full-on love, compassion that it is that she needs, right? And that she demands too, because, but it's also a give and take. So she's going to give a lot to you as you give to her. That is what a divine feminine does, and that is how a divine masculine works in a divine counterpart relationship. So I do think that you feel at a distance in a way from this feminine, but it is for your growth. It's been for your growth. And I think that okay, so I'm also getting there's like more specific messages, because I think that is like the more of like the collective message with the masculine energy, is that I think that you are committed to this, and you're gonna let it free flow, because this allows for freedom. So when you're feeling this forgiveness, this universal love, this compassion, it unblocks you. It unblocks you, it unblocks your blessings, it unblocks a commitment that's really strong and loving. Okay, and I think that you need to almost like strip away the ego self that is, it's like a doubt. It's like all these doubts and insecurities, and what are they gonna think of me if I do this? How are they gonna, how am I gonna move forward with this, because so and so will think this, or it's like something like that. And I don't know if this is your family or this is your friends or whatever. There's like this unconventional way, and it could just be cultural differences, because I'm picking that up as well. But for some of you, I think that you possibly got out of a demanding relationship. Okay, so this is about an ex, that a partner was very demanding of you and didn't really give you anything in return, but that's not, we're in like a new way forward. Like I think like leaving that in the past and focusing on like there are amazing relationships out there. There are other connections. As long as I am staying in my true authentic self and practicing this level of universal love, that's going to come to me, whether it be with my twin, this divine feminine, that I think ultimately you truly do want. Your higher self, your soul is kind of pushing you on this to align you guys together. And I think that you sort of like let go of this, that's not going to be with this partner. So you don't have to worry about that. But I think that you're coming out of this like cold state, this desensitized state. And that brings in the love, that brings in this, but you also, there's something about boundaries. So I don't know if this is an ex, because I don't get into third party. I don't think the masculine is with this person. I'm going to have a whole other message on this, on like being connected, divine counterpart with somebody that's like that's in a marriage or in a serious relationship. No, like I do not concentrate on those type of messages. I'm not going to promote that in any way. This is for somebody, a masculine, I think, that got out of a relationship, but there's still some kind of tie there with this person. And I think that maybe it was like a back and forth energy. I'm not sure, but I think that you are realizing that you deserve more, and you do. And masculine, you can't force this person to, I guess, heal or be in that divine feminine state, right? Like they're going to have to want it themselves. And I say that to the divine feminine. I say that to anybody. Like you can't force somebody into that state. They're going to have to work on it themselves. So, so I think that once we get past, I think that once you completely get past this piece of the spiritual awakening, which when you go through it, everybody does. Everybody has that ego death. Everybody has that dark night of the soul. They have to work through, and you are feeling more distant from a divine feminine because of this. It needs to go through, and it needs to happen to clear out all the karma, to clear out all the dark too. And I think that there's a lot of movement going into from August to September with this situation. And I think that once you're through this and once you've broken free and there's more light energy surrounding you, I think that that is possibly when you two reconnect. And the alignment is then there. Okay, that alignment is there. But there's something about needing to set more boundaries with somebody that's still in your life because they need to be for some reason. So like setting boundaries with that person that's like demanding of you. You need to set boundaries, and that is that's really important now, because if you too much of this energy, it does bring down your vibration. So you need to, I'm getting like you need to love this person from afar. Like you need to send love and light to whoever this is. This person needs a lot of love. This person needs a lot of love and light. And I think just trying to send that to them from afar, it's going to help your situation. That's what I'm picking up. So I don't know if this is like an ex that still needs to be in your life. Maybe you were married and maybe you have children together, and maybe it's been done for a long time, but it's toxic. I'm getting, you need to focus on sending them, like think about your heart space, and you need to send them a lot of love, because there's something that's highly toxic in this person's life. So that they can't, and it's just going to be an ongoing cycle. So again, like love them from afar. I'm seeing somebody, okay, I'm seeing somebody masculine giving their ex, even if you don't love them anymore, even if you're like, God, I can't stand this person, I'm seeing somebody giving them flowers and writing a nice note. And you may look at me and may be like, you are freaking crazy. I'm not doing that. Watch how it can transform your relationship. I'm not saying anything like romantic, but I'm saying something like sweet to them. Like if it's, let's say, for example, this is an ex that you have to co-parent with and you have no choice. You have to co-parent. Let's not deal with like toxicity anymore with this person. Okay, because that's only gonna bring in more negativity into your life. Maybe bring them some, this will be a surprise, bring them some flowers, write them a note telling them that something, qualities about them that you respect and admire, something like that. I'm just seeing this and like putting it on their doorstep with a sweet note that says, you know, like, as my baby mama or whatever, you know, like it doesn't, again, you'll have to listen to divine guidance here. I'm not saying open up a door that's already been closed, but let's reopen maybe a door because we have to, and let the light energy kind of permeate. It can really change the trajectory of your relationship with this person, because that's what I'm getting for this masculine. I don't know if this is like a very specific message for a masculine that is struggling with an ex that they have to co-parent with, and it just seems like toxic. It's just so toxic, and toxicity. It's like what you're doing isn't working, isn't helping the situation. What change do we need to make to help this situation change? Like switch up this situation to where light and love can enter back into this relationship. And again, not romantically, right? But as maybe a friendship, because it needs to be that way. Okay, that is what I'm getting. Anyway, I hope that this message resonated for some of you. If it did, like, share, subscribe, comment below, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.